Good morning, guys. Friday, 8 a.m. What a week. And think about it. What a friggin' month we got. Okay? I'm going to go through a couple of points, but think of where we were on October 1st and think of where we are today, Halloween. So many people got involved, and I'm curious who made money and who lost a lot of money. And I'm going to show you some of the hot sectors that I think got beat up, and I think we were in good shape. You know, there's two ways I always tell you to make money: when to take advantage of it and when to avoid. And I think the fact that we avoided the hot sectors until the last week, that's one of our best trades. Couple them up. Okay, what are the hot sectors? Uranium, titanium, rare earth, all over the place. What else? And lithium. Okay, let's go to some of the, let's go to rare earth, because this is the sector we talked about that everybody wants to be in rare earth. And I think if you ask everybody on October 1st, name me one rare earth metal, I don't think they could. And I bet you Halloween that they got in and probably got blown out, they still can't name a rare earth metal. And one thing they're going to know how to rare earth is how much it cost them. Okay? USAR. This is something we had on. How am I doing here? Okay. We had it on. We got out and watched this crazy move on the upside. And then what happened? Came right back down. Thank you very much. Okay. You tell me. Okay, now look at this. I don't mean to laugh, but you know what this is? It's October 1st. Okay? This is when people say, oh, rare earth, you got to be in it, you got to be in it. And people go, I don't even know how to spell one of the metals. I don't even know if it is a metal. I don't even know what it does. Get me in. All right, you got in, guys, right in the middle of the month. We were not in. We said, we got to wait. And what have we been doing over the last couple of, I would say over the last week? Got in, got in, got in. Talk about how much money was lost. That's one example. That's rare earth. Next one. I'm going to talk about lithium. LAC, the government got a sponsored LAC, Lithium of America, then actually became a small partner. So what happened? Everyone jumped into LAC. Another one. See, I go blind on these things, looking for these things. LAC. There we go. LAC. Look at this one. Same scenario. Okay? Okay, when was this? October 1st. Get me in. I want to be in with the government. Okay, the government did it again. Okay, right back where it started. So this is my point I'm trying to make. You can't chase. That's the way we trade. When you looking over my shoulder, I don't chase. Well, I wanted to be in this, but once it's up here, I'm not involved. I missed it. You know what? And then when it's coming down, you know what I say to myself? I'm glad I missed it, because this becomes caught, nervous, impulsive, get me the frig out. And where'd you wind up? Right where you started at the beginning of the month. Two sectors we're talking about. So what have we been getting involved in? We waited for these pullbacks. What have we been getting involved in over the last week also is AREC. That was actually one of our sleepers that we had on all year, and we had some people in the group 10x'd it. 10x. I didn't know until they told me. AREC. We were in from 50 cents, 60 cents up to $1. Okay? And so was a lot of the group. Okay? Right here, or at the beginning of the year. Okay, right around here. Right around here. Yep, and we just sat, and we sold it all out here. We waited for the parabolic extension. I'm going to show you, because we did that metals too, sold everything out. What are we doing? And people coming back in the group saying, thank you, I just made a 10x. I almost fell off my chair when they told me that. I know what we made, because I got it on myself. What are we doing now? We said it could go when it got to $4, we said we're going to buy this all the way down to $3. What happened over the last week and a half? Where did we get down to? From $4 all the way down to $3. So we putting it right back on again. Okay, we have it all back on. I might even buy more. We have what we want to have on, but the fact that it went exactly to $3, that, believe me, I say $3 doesn't mean I'm looking for exact points. I'm talking about a couple of pennies, but it's going to plan. So now if we get back above here, we can go right up. But the thing is, we've sold the extension. We like the idea because we like resource stocks. So we're in right here at AREC. We think it's going right back up. Okay, metals. That's been the highlight of the week for us. Why? Because we got out of all of our metals about 2 weeks ago today. Okay, we sold into the parabolic, and we waited and we waited and we waited. And then in the middle of the week, it was either Tuesday or Wednesday, we had our busiest day of the year here. We did about a dozen trades because the metals fell right into the spot to re-enter. And we bought them all. We didn't get them all because you know what? Silver's the only one that didn't pull back. We bought gold stocks, we bought platinum stocks, we bought palladium stocks, we bought futures. Silver stocks didn't pull, but we bought silver futures also. But look at what happened. Remember, we had gold on, silver on. Okay, we said we're going to wait till the parabolic comes. We're going to sell in. What do? We sold everything out. That's gold. Silver. We sold everything out in silver. This is all on a Wednesday and a Thursday. We sold everything out in silver. Same thing with platinum and palladium. So what do we do on Tuesday? It was Tuesday or Wednesday that we got it. It was our busiest day. I'm going to look. We bought everything. Okay, we bought silver futures middle of the night. Okay, traded those, cashed those out. Bought platinum futures. Bought palladium futures. Bought platinum futures that night, right here. Still got them on. Still think it's going to go. Bought palladium futures. Just want to show you what we did, guys, because if you have the patience, you can make money in these things, and you can make serious money. Okay, we bought palladium futures right here. Okay, and we still got those on. We think those are going to go. We actually might even add. Stocks. We got back into our favorite stocks. We put out a video on this. NGD fell right into our spot. I mean, I'm sitting there going, this can't be true. You know what I'm starting to realize? I'm going to explain this to you in a couple of minutes, but NGD, our favorite gold stock, we traded around it, cashed it out, went all the way back to August prices. Okay? We've had NGD all year. We've had NGD all year. NGD has been very nice to us. Very nice to us. Okay? What did we do? We waited. When we sold all the gold, sold all of everything out, sold everything out up here, and then what did we do? We put it all on here. We made a video about it. Look at that price. You know what that price is? That's at the end of August. So think about it. We're right back to the summer prices. The same way we said gold and silver and metals are going to go. It's going to be the trade of the fourth quarter. So we got a chance to buy August prices here. And look at it. And then he came out with earnings, which was good. Now we popped. So we're never going to see those prices. We had this on. We have no intention of selling this for a while. We're going to ride this one. That's just one example. Our favorite platinum stock. We got back in it again. SBSW. It's been a home run trade twice this year. Okay, we have the same stock that's been 2 home runs for us. SBSW. Seeing if we can get a 3-bagger with this one. Okay, SBSW. Let me go find it. It's in the middle somewhere. Oh, you see it? Thank you very much. I thought we have good eyes here. I had that on mine. SBSW. You know, we had it on here. You know, we sold it here. We put the entire thing on here. Sold the entire thing here. I'm not making these circles up, guys. You go look. We have videos and everything. What do we do this week? When we got down in this area, put SBSW on again. We got room. We want to even add more. We think this one's going to make a newer high. Okay? This was a grind. This was gaps. We think this is going to be gaps too when it hits a nerve. This could be a chance to be a 3-time home run. Imagine that. SBSW. We're back in. So I'm just giving you examples of what we're in. We're not going to make it up. We got another one that's setting up. If you guys are following us, you're not going to believe this one again. ExxonMobil, it's doing it again. Here's ExxonMobil. I mean, I'm serious. We're going to send a case of champagne to the CEO. This guy is the best. Okay? We're not even talking days anymore. We're talking days. We bought ExxonMobil here. Go look at the video, whatever that day was. We sold ExxonMobil here, cashed it out. Now it's pulling back. We got another spot. We're going to be putting on ExxonMobil again. If you belong to the group, you're going to know what we're going to do. We're pushing 50 points we're going to take out of ExxonMobil this year. It's the same spot it was at the beginning of the year. I'm not making it up, guys. This is where we started the year at ExxonMobil. Where are we now? The same spot. If you put it on as an investor, you're looking at it, you said, okay, I made 2% this year. We traded around this thing half a dozen times. We're going to take close to 50 points out of this thing. And I think we're going to do it again. I think it's going to fall into our spot. If you want to belong to our group, you want to know where we're going to get in, and we're going to try to do it again. ExxonMobil. Okay. Natural gas. Okay. We've been on natural gas, and we haven't had, we're waiting for a hurricane. There's been no hurricane. Okay. I mean, unfortunately, in Jamaica, they caught a bad one, but nothing that's impactive on the natural gas side. But we're getting weather to turn. We got a market that's, in my opinion, too cheap down here. And what we always say, what's the sensitive side is the upside to natural gas. Well, natural gas is starting to pop now. There goes natural gas. Bang. Okay? We got it, If you belong to the group, I'm not making these things up. We bought natural gas on Wednesday. We bought natural gas right here. Right into a technical area, right into a spot. We bought the futures, and now look at this. Bang. And actually thinking, you get through here. We still don't have any weather. Imagine if we get some weather, this thing could really go. So we got natural gas futures back on again. Okay. So where we stand. We got grains. Well, let's get to some questions, and then we'll go to grains.
Okay, Joe. So first of all, to Isan, good morning, and good morning to everybody else in the chat room this morning. Matisse says he just sold SBSW for 2K profit in 48 hours since you gave it to us in the group. I did it with a small position, not a big one.
Yeah, yeah. These things, they're going to be buoyant.
You
Right?
gotta.
All you're looking is over my shoulder. I didn't recommend it. I'm telling you what I'm doing. But these are trades, guys. We're not in. This is not an investing market. It's a trading market. And because there's people who haven't been in the markets trying to get in, people are trading all the other stuff. Why? Because they see Nvidia going up, and they say I got to be in the market. Think about how many people you met that say, I want to be in the market. I want to be in the market. They don't even know what they're doing. They just want to have their money in. So they're following and they're going with the flows. While they're getting in, opportunities. While they're getting out, opportunities. While they're learning the hard way how to trade, opportunities. SBSW is one of those. We love SBSW, okay, as you can see. We've got 2 home runs in this. We're trying for our 3rd one.
It's a beautiful thing. Good morning, Lucky Dog. 56B Young is asking about CMG after the sell-off.
No, we're not touching it. Let me tell you, we got involved in Chipotle. We recognized that we were wrong, and I'm glad we got out. I wouldn't touch this thing. Look at that. Okay, we try to buy this area. If you remember when we got the gap down, okay, I got no problem. We were wrong for like a few dollars. But when you're wrong, you got to get out. We got out. I'm so glad we got out. Look at that. I don't know. I don't see an area here. What's the difference between buying here, or even lower? I don't see the area. The market is going to have a tough time bouncing back. I don't see an area. I'm not touching it. You won't. I won't even need the place anymore since it costs me money.
Joe, what is that? Is that Chipotle?
Chipotle.
Okay.
CMG.
Okay.
Well, we put this on. Okay. We thought it was going to have a bounce. Okay, but we recognized we were wrong. I have no problem being wrong, guys. Let me tell you, I'm wrong. I get out. Okay. If you think I'm right all the time, you're talking to the wrong guy. But the discipline is not sitting there and waiting. Then look what happens. And a small loss becomes major. I don't need that.
Joe, more good news from Matisse. He's up in his natural gas. He or she is up in his or her natural gas position. Gotta love it.
Good. Way to go.
And his prediction is it's going up again this morning. Let's see.
Yes.
Matisse says he's still holding his natural gas and is asking about UNG.
UNG it should start to catch up. Okay, but UNG got to understand the ETF, when you got a contango market, which where natural gas is, okay, it won't give you the same kind of leverage. But down around here, this $11, $12, $13 area, it's still, if you get any kind of weather, if it gets bitterly cold or you back into a hurricane at this point, that thing will pop.
Okay. Joe, can you talk about gasoline?
Gasoline's on our radar today, big time. Gasoline's been good to us. Gasoline's been good to us for a while. Let me tell you, I was taught how to read spreads a long time ago. Okay, and the group is asking me, how do I read the spreads? And if I want to teach them how to read spreads, let me tell you, they would start losing hair. That's how long it would take. It took me 30 years and how much money I lost to figure it out. We like gasoline down here. It's getting to an area, but there's no rush. It's not even down here. Okay, we caught gasoline. We bought gasoline here. We made a video about this. We bought gasoline here. We sold it all out here. Now it should be pulling back, but now I'm starting to get symptoms or indicators as far as the way I read stuff. So I don't know if we're going to pull back. I'm going to be looking to buy gasoline if it pulls back here. And I might be a little bit, not impatient. I might adjust my areas because I have areas I want to buy gasoline. This is December gasoline. Okay. But I might be adjusting my areas because I want to get back into gasoline.
Okay, Alan, welcome aboard. He wants to talk about MOS.
Mosaic, that's what we have on. And because the grain market, I think, got exposed with a deal which is not even a deal yet. It's just, but it did affect China and U.S. So even though they don't have a deal written, shipments of soybeans are going to Asia. Okay, so that's even better than a deal. So I thought fertilizer was the one, and I got us into fertilizer. MOS. This has been good to us all year. It's not being good to us now. We caught MOS twice this year. We caught MOS from here to here. We caught MOS from here to here, and then we started getting in here, and we were putting it on, and now it's breaking down. I'm a little concerned because it shouldn't be down in this area. Now, I got to think today for month end, they're probably still going to push it down a little more. But we got to reject between now and the middle of next week. Or we need to reject MOS down here and get back above here, and we should be all right. But right now, it's not working for us. I'm staying in because I'm giving it until the middle of next week.
Okay, Tom4482 wants to talk about love.
No, we're not playing in the airlines right now, and I'm glad we're not. You see JetBlue went below $4. LUV pulled back. I don't see anything compelling there. We trade airlines when we think everything sets up, and not everything is setting up in airlines right now.
Okay. Joe, we've only got about 5 minutes left, and to those of you on YouTube, if you're looking to talk more to Joe, we're going to be on TikTok at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time. Just a few minutes when we get finished this. But Joe, before we go, tell your viewers how we can get involved with your group here.
Do it quick. All right. First of all, this is us. First of all, this is us for the year. This is not a typo. This is actually very accurate. We're up 275% for the year. Guys, there is no crap here. Everything is clear as could be. If you've been following us, this month has been our smallest amount of positions. That's how much we've been trimming our positions in cash. How much we made this month? About 40%. If you go look at October 1st, we're around 220, 230, 2.25. Look what we grinded up to. Okay, we're nothing large on. We just take advantage of making money, and then we take advantage of not giving it back. A lot of things went up. As you've seen, they got blown out. Everybody got in, we got out. Watch them come right back where they started. Meanwhile, we get the profit and they don't. This is a style of trading in this market. That's what we do. 275%, all the same stuff that we talk about. Commodities, resources. We use the edges that I know, whether it's futures or whether it's equities. Okay, and with long term, short term, you see, sometimes we have things for a week, sometimes we have for 6 months, 7-month trades, but they add up. Okay, all here. A lot of trades. I think if you watch the beginning of the month, we were around 420 or 430. Now we're at 460. So we did about 30 or 40 trades this month in addition. And that's quiet for us. Look at that return.
So, Joe, it looks like your win-loss record is 309 winners and
Yeah.
94 losses.
That's not really an accurate number. You know why? Because we do things in pieces. Sometimes I'll buy something, I'll buy 25%, 30%, 40%. So one trade will have 3 or 4 trades in it. And then when you unwind one piece. So it looks like you bought 3 winners and you bought 3 and then you sold 1. So it's a little skewed. You know, I'd say it's probably closer to like 250 and 80. You know, somewhere around there. I wouldn't go by that batting average just because of the pieces.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
So, Joe, what's the name of your website?
Yep, here we go. RNTR Trading. Okay, guys, I just think you gotta be nuts not to be involved this way. If you're interested in trading, you're interested in investing, this is not us, okay? You gotta give it a little more of an effort because look at the returns you get. You know what we did this morning? We got up at, I think it was around 5 a.m. to cash out of a cocoa position that we've had on. Okay, this week we bought silver at 3:30 in the morning. Okay, we traded equities. Okay, but when you get those kind of returns, they're there. Okay, a lot of I guess people starting to get banged around. I guess they don't have the big name stocks. They try and trade everything else because they're trying to add a G or add an R and claim that they're us. Okay, they aren't us. We have a little security that we do. You try to join our group, we get back to you. We get back to you with a link. We get back to you with a mail. We get back to you with an invite to join our chat. We have a live chat all day. Okay, if you want to get involved in the future side, all the alerts, you don't have to do anything. Sit there, you have your phone on as if a friend is calling you. You get an alert. What I'm doing, you look over my shoulder. Okay, all there for this price.
So, Joe, an interesting question. And by the way, I just want to note that it looks like it costs $78 a month to join your group.
This is what you get with it.
Okay. So, interesting question, and I think this is important for people to know. So, who exactly are you, buddy? This is being asked by
Who am I?
SU something or other. Who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
You tell me. I don't know who I am. I've been doing this for 40 years. Okay? I retired a long time ago. I retired from the smartest people on this planet, the best firm in this planet, Goldman Sachs. Let me tell you something. I learned a lot there. Okay? And I've always been trading. Then I became a teacher. And I've been teaching this to major universities. And then the teachers go, why wouldn't you put this out there and teach people? So we also teach. Okay? Which is aggressive. We take advantage of opportunities. Okay? I enjoy teaching. Obviously, I'm not doing this to make a chunk of money. $78 a month. You got to be kidding me, right? Think about this. That pays for the people around here.
Well,
Okay?
and I'll tell you, Joe, it's a great question because looking at your spreadsheet and seeing that you're up 275%, for people who watch the evening news or they watch the financial shows or they read articles on the internet, people are looking at, someone made 20% on their portfolio last year and they're jumping up and down.
They should. They're investors.
Right.
We're not investors. We're traders.
Right.
Okay?
But that
we were just at marketwatch.com last month. They came to us and wanted to do an article on us. Okay, why? Because someone, just like you said, a layman who just retired from his electrical business, retired and has been looking over my shoulder for a year. January says, listen, I'm going to do every trade that he does. He made enough money to buy a summer house for his kids and his grandkids. He actually made enough to buy 3 houses.
I've read that article,
Yes.
Joe. It was incredible.
Made me smile. His wife wasn't feeling well, and so it's a nice. It makes you smile a little bit.
Well, and Joe, by the way, I'm in the Discord chat, and I see, whatever the emojis are, the fire, the muscles, the clapping hands, and all that stuff. People love what you're doing, and it really is incredible. When are we going to see you next?
Okay, I'll be here tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow at 10 a.m. Okay, and then we have a TikTok later here at 8:30. We have a TikTok at 10:30 tomorrow. Okay, if we start getting a big enough audience here in YouTube, we will add more days. We put the clips out. So besides this, if you go look, our clips go out all the time. We easily put out half a dozen clips this week. Look at exactly what we did this week. You tell me. I'm not making it up. I'm not after the fact. I'm telling you what I'm doing. You're looking over my shoulder. You come back 3 or 4 days later. You look and say, okay, looked like it worked. Okay, so that's all it is.
And Joe, I think that's a very important point, because when you talk live like this and tell us what you did, it's one thing. I see it on the internet all the time. People tell me on a Wednesday that they did something good on Monday. You actually have proof, because
look on Monday.
I posted the videos myself.
The videos are there. I'm not making this up. I'm not trying to scare me. Come on.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Okay?
I get it.
And you think about it, our membership is growing exponentially. Okay, so people, whether they can quit, you can quit anytime. You're not locked up here. People are joining and saying, you got to get in this, got to get in this, guys. You don't understand what you're missing here. So this is more on recommendations. So it's here. Okay, well, making money. Let me tell you, there's times to make money. Another thing I'm going to tell you is very important. You think this ride is going to last forever? Everybody's on this bandwagon. Stock's never going to keep going. We know how to make money in the short side. We've shown that. Okay, we've seen a couple of stocks in the last month and a half go straight down. We would short them. Okay, so if this market goes down, watch how people who think they're all Warren Buffett's, investors, watch how they get cracked a little bit on the downside. I don't think that's going to be us, because we're prepared. I've been wrong. I've been wrong for the last month and a half, 2 months, saying the market's getting ready to breathe. Market keeps going up. We still figured out how to make 40% in a month, being wrong.
Incredible. People love it, Joe. And I'm sorry, but we really got to get going over to TikTok for 8:30.
Yeah.
But thank you again for the live stream today, and we will see you tomorrow morning,
10 a.m.
10 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube.
And watch the clips, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks.